Hey guys, today's video is going to be a little different. I'm going to be talking about my favorite subject, me. Anyway, I'm going to be telling you guys my 5 favorite consoles of all times. These are not only the 5 consoles I had the most fun playing, but the consoles that influenced the rest of my gaming and regular life. As this video goes on, I'm going to be talking about the games I love, but let me know down in the comments if you've felt something very similar while playing these games, or if you had a similar experience. There's not much more to say than enjoy my 5 favorite consoles of all times. Grab your favorite snack, num 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 num. Sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and here. Hey, before I begin, this video is for my subscribers, so I'll give you a second, hit that old sub button. Alright, now that you're a subscriber, let's get into it. So I did start off my gaming career or life with an NES, but that's not where we're starting this video. Starting this video is my second console, and so cliche, I know, but I was actually a little brother. So being a little brother, my older brother really got to decide what consoles we got. So when that next generation came around, when it was between the Super NES or Sega Genesis, of course my brother made the obvious decision and got us a TurboGrafx 16. Oh man, this thing was supposed to be built with so much power. The games were supposed to be so original, supposed to be so great. It kinda was. I mean, at the time as a little kid, everything is so great. So when I was playing Bonk's Revenge, I was saying, hey, this is better than Mario, this is better than Sonic. But I just had so much fun, like really experiencing these brand new games with cutting edge graphics with my older brother. Some other games that I really loved playing on the system were Lords of Thunder and Dragon's Curse. And you can't forget Devil's Crush. Those are just some of the games we had growing up, and you know, that might not have been the most popular system or a system that even survived. But it was actually really funny that my brother decided to get a TurboGrafx 16. And you might not know this, but my original YouTube name was TurboGFX Jesse, but I kind of shortened it to just Turbo Jesse. So without my brother picking the TurboGrafx instead of a Super Nintendo or Genesis, there would be no Turbo Jesse. I would be something else, maybe Super Jesse, who knows. I did end up with a Genesis later on, but that's another story entirely. The next system had the mid-90s written all over it. I mean, how cool is this? This system actually came out in 9/9/99. What an awesome freaking day. I mean, I was in school and my mom, God, she's a saint, went out and actually picked up the Sega Dreamcast for me. She got me the new Sonic Adventures and my mind was blown. The graphics, the action, it was just so much fun. This is a console I really thought would survive, but what do I know? I was still a little kid. What a little kid know? But I had really fun playing this game. My friends would come over and play it. Some games that I loved are 2K, NFL 2K, you know, before Madden took over, monopolized that whole NFL industry. Other games I played were Crazy Taxi, Soul Calibur, and Jet Set Radio. But the games I remember the most on the Dreamcast and having so much fun are Sonic, just going so freaking fast, and Crazy Taxi. I just remember passing the controller from my friends and just trying to pick up people and drop them off as quick as possible, playing with this funky ass controller where the wire's kind of on the wrong side and you have a little memory pack that also is like a Tamagotchi. Very interesting console, and a console that just really made an impact on me. I mean, it just came out in 9/9/99. What a cool freaking date. And just the excitement of my mom picking this up while I was at school, it was just so crazy. And you know, might not have been the best system, but it was definitely a very impactful system in my life. This next system is where a whole new generation of gamers got into gaming. A lot of people say this system is their favorite system of all time. It's where games really got a little more extreme, graphics just got a little sweeter, games got a little more advanced, and that's the Sony PlayStation Part 2. So this is my video, so I'm going to be talking about games from PlayStation 1 and 2. I know, whatever, but this is my video, so I can do whatever the hell I want. When I think back of the Sony PlayStation Part 2, I think of these games. I think of Twisted Metal Part 2. I think of, you know, going from city to city, blowing up these monuments and just playing that game. Twisted Metal was just so much fun. Hours and hours and hours of just going around, trying to beat up your friends, trying to beat up the story. Just great. I also think of the GTA games and going from that top down to third person perspective really did everything. Vice City was so sweet in Miami, and then San Andreas was so great. Remember when GTA games used to come out every few years, not 1 or 2 a decade or 1 or 2 a century. Come on, give us GTA Part 6 already, Rockstar. Give us that game. Cool Borders was such a fun snowboarding game. It was really the snowboarding game I spent most of my time with ever. I mean, I never got to SSX Tricky or any of the other ones. I was a Cool Borders guy, and I still stick to that. That the music was great, just the downhill racing was so much fun. Loved doing the trick. And another game that I absolutely loved on the system was Need for Speed. I love racing games, or I don't really now, but I used to, and just those Need for Speed were so realistic compared to everything else. So much fun. And then rounding it off with obviously Crash Bandicoot, but most importantly, Tony Hawk. Very similar to how Cool Borders was snowboarding. This was obviously skateboarding and doing the tricks, and Tony Hawk Part 2 was just so much fun trying to get the highest trick possible, combo, and passing over the controller. Just a great experiences. Those systems were so awesome, and they gave steep competition to Nintendo. So, you know, competition makes everybody better, and I truly believe that without the PlayStation, without the PlayStation 2, Nintendo might not have been the powerhouse that it is today. So I really love the PlayStation 1 and Part 2. The next 2 systems on my list of my favorite, most influential systems in my life might be a little predictable if you know me or know my channel, but coming in at number 2 has to be the Nintendo Switch. I mean, this is the system that got me back into video games. I had a few year, maybe 5-year gap without being serious into games at all. I had a Xbox 360 lying around, so I'd get games once in a while, but when the Nintendo Switch was announced, that's when I really started salivating, and I got my teeth back into gaming. I mean, let's be real. The Nintendo Switch has some of the best games ever made. Breath of the Wild, my favorite game ever made. Mario Odyssey, one of my favorite video games ever made. You know, you have Mario Maker, it just goes on and on. I mean, come on. You got the best-selling game on the system, which is Mario Kart. This system is just so great that you can pick it up and play. And now with a pandemic, it's usually stayed docked in my house. But this game and the system is awesome. Waiting for directs, waiting for announcements, just all the excitement around it. It's really wonderful. And I can't wait to see what the future of the Switch is. There's going to be a Switch 2 or Switch Pro or Super Switch coming out soon. Can't wait for that. The Switch is truly a great system. And it's not only influencing me to make videos, but it's, you know, influencing a whole new generation of gamers. Whenever you go to the airport, wherever you go to the park, you're always seeing people with this Switch. It's just amazing. It's amazing, and I can't wait to see the future. But more importantly, I can't wait to tell you what my favorite, most influential system of all time is. The year 1996. The place, my basement. The device, the Nintendo 64. We got a Nintendo 64 on launch date. I remember setting it up. We had a 13-inch big box TV. We plugged in all the cables. We were ready to go. My parents, being the best people in the freaking world, got us not only Mario 64, but we got Pilot Wings. And this was not just getting a new video game system. This was an event. I remember I had 3 friends over. My brother had a few friends over, and we were playing Mario 64 for the first time, entering this new generation, seeing Mario be able to go 3D, running straight up different pillars in the Sand Kingdom, being able to like throw Bowser around from his tail. It was mind-blowing. It really opened my eyes up to what video games could be in the future. As fun as they were in the Super Nintendo and Nintendo, this was something else. This was something that you could really be immersive, get really into. And I remember that night, we were playing for hours. Eventually we had to come up to dinner and eventually go to sleep. But as soon as we woke up the next morning, we were playing more Mario 64. Eventually we played Pilot Wings, which I actually grew to really love. Considering there were only 2 games we had for the first few months, I played a lot of Pilot Wings too. We eventually 120 starred Mario 64, then started over, and we played a lot of Pilot Wings. Other games I really loved for the system, played so much, were Star Fox 64, really loved that, Wave Race, GoldenEye. I mean, how do you not love GoldenEye? My buddies coming over with their controllers going 4-way. It was just insane. And going back and talking about Star Fox, I mean, Star Fox 64 was just amazing. You really felt like you were playing Star Wars. I know Star Wars Shadow of the Empires came out a few years later, which is another great game, but I played Star Fox so freaking much. Back in the day, you couldn't really go online and see which path you had to go, so I remember I had a Game Informer magazine that gave you little hints, so I used that a lot. But without the Nintendo 64, I really don't think I ever would have really been into the PlayStation or the Dreamcast or the Switch. So really, my pivotal point in my life that I would say where gaming really took control was the Nintendo 64. And I know this is very similar to a lot of you out there watching right now. So is my list similar to yours? Were some of your favorite video game systems growing up on this list? I'm really curious to hear what your favorite video game systems of all time are. Let me know down in the comment section. Also, let me know what some of your favorite games were. Remember, this doesn't have to be the best or favorite, best, greatest games of all time or system of all time, just the ones that were the most influential on your life and your gaming life. So I'm definitely very curious. Guys, if you're new to my channel, I live stream a few days a week, make prediction videos, discussion videos, all that stuff. Again, so if you're new and are interested in any of that stuff, definitely think about hitting that sub button, hit that like button, so next time I go live with content, you get it right away. Guys, I am Turbo Jesse. I'll see you on the flip side.